Hello everyone, my name is Elspeth, you're watching the Planeswalker Pantheon. Today. We are opening up a collector's box of Innistrad Crimson Vow. Anyways, enough chit chat, let's get to it, shall we? Yeah. Wonderful, I love this. Actually, this is probably my favourite artwork for the collector's box. Out of all the collector's boxes so far, I think. Just, I like the sort of, iconography, I guess, for this set. There we go. I mean, what happened last time since I did a video? I still had our store championships. We decided to run it as a sealed event, so I've got some more stuff. And I actually ended up winning the whole thing, so I am Guff Werribee store champion. We have, oof, that's a little bit tight. We have 2 box toppers right here. So we'll open those right at the end. But the main event, of course, is these wonderful collector's boosters. Alright, let's get to it. First pack. Oh, these are the normal ones. That was actually a little bit tight. I wonder if they've changed the foiling or not. So we've got some foil commons and uncommons right here. So that's all of our commons, our foil uncommons. We've also got our foil basic. Our first rare of the pack is Dream Shackled Geist. So for 1 and 2 blue, you get a creature flying spirits of 3 when flying. At the beginning of combat on your turn, choose up to 1. Tap target creature, or target creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap phase. Our extended art is Donal Herald Wings. So for 2 and 2 blue, you get a legendary creature, human wizard. It's a 3/3. Whenever you cast a non-legendary creature spell with flying, you may copy it, except the copy is a 1/1 spirit in addition to its other types. Do this only once each turn. Oh, our second extended art is Cemetery Desecrator. So for 4 and 2 black, you get a creature zombie. It's a 4/4 with menace. When enters the battlefield or dies, exile another target card from a graveyard. When you do, choose 1. Remove X counters from target permanent, where X is the mana value of the exiled card. Or target creature an opponent controls gets -X until end of turn, where X is the mana value of the exiled card. Our showcase cards are Bloodtide Harvester. Oh, we've actually got a showcase artwork of Vampire's Vengeance. This is one of the Dracula artworks, actually, for Mysterious... Oh, it's Vampire's Vengeance, but it's been flavoured as Vampire's Vengeance, right there. Oh, we've got a rare showcase card in Voldaren Bloodcaster. So for 1 and a black, it's a 2/1 creature vampire wizard with flying. When it or another non-token creature you control dies, create a blood token, and whenever you create a blood token, if you control 5 or more of them, transform the Voldaren Bloodcaster into Bloodbat Summoner. So it's a 3/3 with flying. At the beginning of combat on your turn, up to 1 target blood token you control becomes a 2/2 black bat creature token with flying and haste, in addition to its other types. We've also got a foil showcasing Gluttonous Guest. Oh, and we've got a foil extended up art in Dig Up. So for a single green, you get a sorcery. Search your library for a basic land card, reveal it and put it into your hand and shuffle. Or if you pay the cleave cost in 1 and double black and a green, you search your library for a card, put it into your hand and then shuffle. And we have a foil and double-sided token, which is a zombie and a blood token. Yeah, that'll do. Alright, next up. So we've got some foil commons and uncommons right here. So there's all our commons, Our uncommons, we've got a foil swamp, which is always nice. Our foil rare is Olivia's Attendant. So for 4 and 2 red, you get a creature vampire. It's a 6/6 with menace. When it deals damage, create that many blood tokens. And for 2 and a red, it deals 1 damage to any target. Our extended art is Glass Cast Heart. So for 2 and a black, you get an artifact. Whenever one more vampires you control attack, create a blood token. 1 black, tap and pay 1 life. Create a 1/1 white and black vampire creature token with lifelink. And for 2 black, tap and sacrifice the heart and 13 blood tokens. Each opponent loses 13 life and you gain 13 life. We then have Hamlet Vanguard. So for 2 and a green, you get a creature human warrior. It's a 1/1 with ward 2. Enters the battlefield with 2 +1/+1 counters on it for each other non-token human creature you control. Alright. So then we've got a Blood Petal Celebrant, a Luring Suitor. Oh, we've got a Dracula card here of Dracula Blood Immortal, which is Falcon Wrath Forebearer. So for 2 and a black, you get a creature vampire. It's a 3/1 flying. It can't block. When it deals combat damage to a player, create a blood token. And for black and sacrifice 2 blood tokens, return Falcon Wrath Forebearer from your graveyard to the battlefield. So nice, got an uncommon and a rare one so far. Got a foil Blood Petal Celebrant. Hey, that's real nice. We've got the foil Olivia Crimson Bride in the showcase frame. So for 4 black and a red, you get a legendary creature of Vampire Noble. She's a 3/4 flying and haste. When Olivia attacks, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield you don't control. Target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped and attacking. Again, when you don't control a legendary vampire, you exile this creature. Very nice. So that's nice. And we've got a spirit and a human token. That's very neat right there. So that's not bad. We've got a nice a foil Olivia. We've got actually a decent Dracula card there as well with the Dracula Blood Immortal. Man, I think they've really changed up the formula of these packs, as they are difficult to open. Like, they're not like the normal packs. Actually, to speed this up. There we go. Yeah, because I think I changed the packaging. They're a lot harder to open. So I've got some more foil commons and uncommons right here. Foil Forest. We've got a foil Helena and Elena Partners. So for 2 red and a green, you get a legendary creature human ranger. It's a 2/3 first strike and reach. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put X +1/+1 counters on another target creature control where X is Helena's power. That creature gains haste until end of turn. We've got a extended art Breathkeeper Seraph. So for 4 and 2 white, you get a creature angel with flying and soulbound. When Breathkeeper Seraph is paired with another creature, each of those creatures have, when this creature dies, you may return it to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of your next upkeep. We have a extended art Winged Portent. So for 1 and 2 blue, you get an instant. Draw a card for each creature with flying you control. Or you can pay the cleave cost of 4 green and blue. Draw a card for each creature you control. We have Showcase Gluttonous Guest, Showcase Unholy Official, and we've got a full art a full art Dracula card of Jacob Harkin Inspector, which is flavoured as Jonathan Harker from the Dracula set. From the Dracula series. So for 1 and a blue, you get a legendary creature, human advice, and O2. Tap to draw a card, then exile a card from your hand face down. You may look at that card for as long as it remains exiled. You may pay 4 and 2 blue if you do transform Jacob Harkin Inspector, and he transforms into Harker's Obsessive Inquiry. So it's the Harkin's inside and the backside. It's a legendary enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library face down. You may look at that card for as long as it remains exiled. Once during each of your turns, you may play a land or cast a spell from among the cards exiled with this permanent without paying its mana cost. So that's actually a really nice Dracula card there. We've got an Unholy Officiant in foil. Hey, we got also a foil Dracula card in Dracula, Lord of Blood. This is the Voldaran Bloodcaster. So I won't read that because we've mentioned Bloodcaster before. But that's the Dracula version. And we've got another token of a 2/3 vampire and a blood token. Alright. Alright, next pack. Alright, so I've got some more foil commons, right? Commons and uncommons. Got a foil swamp. Hey, we got a normal artwork of... Actually, it's a normal foil Jacob Harkonnen Inspector. We won't read it because we've already gone through all of it. But we will show it off all the same. We have an extended art Crossway Troublemaker. So 5 and a black, you get a creature vampire. It's a 5/5. Attacking vampires you control have Death Touch and Lifelink. And whenever a vampire you control dies, you may pay 2 life. If you do, draw a card. We have, an extended art Avabuck Caretaker. So for 4 and 2 green, you get a creature, human werewolf. It's a 4/4 with hexproof. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put 2+1/+1 counters on another target creature you control. And it has Daybound, so when it transforms into Hollowhenge Huntmaster. It's a 6/6 with hexproof. Other opponents you control have hexproof. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put 2+1/+1 counters on each creature you control. Holy crap, that's a lot of power right there. Got a Belligerent Guest. Oh, we've got another Dracula card in Circle of Confinement. So it's flavored as Van Helsing's Holy Ward. I won't read it because it's just an uncommon, but that's a cool one to get. Hey, we've got also a Showcase Odrick Blood Curse. So for 1 red and a white, you get a legendary creature vampire soldier. It's a 3/3. When Odrick Blood Curse enters the battlefield, create X blood tokens, where X is the number of abilities among flying, first strike, double strike, death touch, haste, hexproof, indestructible, lifelink, menace, reach, trample, and vigilance found among creatures you control. So it just creates a bunch of blood. We have also a foil Blood Hypnotist in the showcase frame. And we've got a foil extended art Glorious Sunrise. So for 3 and 2 green, you get an enchantment. Beginning of combat on your turn, choose 1. Creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain trample until end of turn. Target land gains tap, add 3 green until end of turn. Draw a card if you control a creature with power 3 or greater, or you gain 3 life. We have a foil human soldier and insect token right there. Alright, next up. Alright, so got some more foil commons and uncommons. A braid's always nice. Alright, so we've got an Undead Butler, which is very good in draft. Same with Distracting Geist. Got a foil island. Our rare is an Overcharged Amalgam. So for 2 and 2 blue, you get a creature, zombie horror. It's a 3/3 flash and flying, and exploit. When it exploits a creature, counter target spell, activated ability, or triggered ability. We've got an extended art Shadow Grange Archfiend. So for 6 and a black, you get a creature demon. It's an A4. When it enters the battlefield, each opponent sacrifices a creature with the greatest power among creatures they control. You gain life equal to the greatest power among creatures sacrificed this way, and you can madness it out for 2 and a black and paying 8 life. We have an extended art Change of Fortune. So for 3 and a red, you get a sorcery. Discard your hand and draw a card for each card you've discarded this turn. We have a Showcase Markov Waltzer. We have a Dracula version of Innocent Traveller, which is flavoured as Lucy Wisteria. We won't read it because it's only an uncommon. We'll probably see one at some point. But she transforms into Lucy, a risen vampire. We've got the black and white Showcase of Aerith, Tormented Prophet. So for 1 and 2 blue, you get a legendary creature, human wizard. If you would draw a card, exile the top 2 cards of your library instead. You may play those cards this turn. I don't know where I'm going to put this one. Actually, I might put that one. Actually, that's where I've got those. I might put that one right there. We've got a foil Blood Crazed Socialite in the showcase frame. We've got a foil full extended art of Creepy Puppeteer. So for 3 and a red, you get a creature human rogue. It's a 4/3 with haste. Whenever Creepy Puppeteer attacks, if you attack with exactly one other creature this combat, you may have that creature's base power and toughness become 4/3 until end of turn. We have a spirit and a wolf token. Alright, next up. So we've got some more foil commons and uncommons right here. Wandering Mind, Foil Island, and we've got a Path of Peril. So for 1 and 2 black, you get a sorcery, destroy all creatures with mana value 2 or less, or if you pay the 4 white and black, you destroy all creatures. Got a full extended art, Spectral Arcana. So for 3 and a blue, you get a creature spirit wizard. It's a 3/2 with flying. When it enters the battlefield, you may cast an instant or sorcery spell with mana value less than or equal to the number of spirits you control from a graveyard without paying its mana cost. If that spell would be put into a graveyard, you exile it instead. Got an extended art Ascended Pack Leader. So for 1 green, you get a creature wolf. It's a 2/1. When it enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it, if you control a permanent with mana value 4 or greater, and whenever you cast a spell with mana value 4 or greater, put a +1/+1 counter on Ascended Pack Leader. We have a Voldaren Epicure in the showcase frame. Also a Relentless Bloodseeker. And our Dracula card for this pack is Dr. John Seward, or Torrens Fist of Angels. So for 1 green and a white, you get a legendary creature human cleric. It's a 2/2 with training. Whenever you cast a creature spell, create a 1/1 green and white human soldier token with training. We have a foil showcase frame of Falcon Wrath Celebrants. And we've got a foil black and white version of Drell Visionary Stitcher. So for 2 and a blue, you get a legendary creature human wizard. It's a 1/4. Zombies you control have flying. Blue, tap and sacrifice another non-token creature. Create an X blue zombie creature token where X is the sacrificed creature's toughness. And we have a 4/4 spirit and a blood token. Alright, next up. Alright, we'll flip through some commons right here. Archglobe of Thraben is very, very good. Got a foil forest. And our foil rare is Lantern Flare. So for 1 and a white, you get an instant. Lantern Flare deals X damage to target creature or planeswalker, and you gain X life. X is the number of creatures you control. Or for X red and white, it deals X damage to target creature or creature and planeswalker, and you gain X life. We have, whoops, that's the wrong spot. We have an extended art Midnight Arsonist. So for 3 and a red, you get a creature vampire. It's a 3/2. When it enters the battlefield, destroy up to X target artifacts without mana abilities, where X is the number of vampires you control. We have an extended art Dream Shucklegeist, which we read before. We got a Showcase Flame Blood Petal Celebrant. We've got another Lucy Wisteria as our Dracula card. Hey, we've got the Showcase Frame of Anya, Maid of Dishonor. So for 2 black and a red, you get a legendary creature vampire. It's a 4/5. When Anya, Maid of Dishonor, and or 1 or more other vampires enter the battlefield under your control, create a blood token. This triggers only once each turn. For 2 and sacrifice another creature or blood token, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. This is actually a hell of a clock. Got a Blood Crazed Socialite in foil as our showcase. And hey, we got a foil black and white showcase of Jagged Hakuin Inspector, which is really nice, and I'll show you the back. That looks real pretty in the foil. And our token is actually a foil Chandra Dressed to Kill and blood token on the other side. Next up. Alright. So I've got some foil commons here. And some foil uncommons. Got a foil plains. Our foil rare for the pack is Howling Moon. So for 2 and a green, you get an enchantment. At the end of combat on your turn, target wolf or werewolf you control gets +2/+2 until the end of turn. Whenever an opponent casts their second spell each turn, create a 2/2 green wolf creature token. We've got an extended art Haunted Library. So for 1 and a white, you get an enchantment. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, you may pay 1. If you do, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying. Oops, that's meant to be on this side. We've got a extended art Hive Heart Shaman. So for 3 and a green, you get a creature human shaman. It's a 3/5. When it attacks, you may search a library for a basic land card that doesn't share a land type with a land you control. Put that card onto the battlefield, then shuffle. And for 5 and a green, you create a 1/1 green insect creature token. Put X +1/+1 cannons on it, where X is the number of basic land types among lands you control. activated as a sorcery. We've got a Unholy Officiant in the showcase frame, a Gluttonous Guest also in the showcase frame. We've got another Voldaren Bloodcaster as our Dracula card for the pack. We have a foil Markov Purifier also in the showcase frame. Ooh, our extended foil is Metaform Hellkite. So for 2 and 2 regular creature, dragons are 4/4 with flying. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create an XX red dragon illusion, creature token flying in haste, where X is the amount of mana spent to cast a spell. Exile that token at the beginning of the next end step. Very, very good. It's not a fair card if you have it unlimited. Got a 1/1 vampire token with lifelink and a 1/1 human. Alright, next up. Alright, so flick through all these commons. We've got a bunch of uncommons, it feels like. Oh, just the 2. And we've got a foil swamp. Our foil rare for the pack is Stensia Uprising. So for 2 and 2 red, an enchantment. At the beginning of your end step, create a 1/1 red human creature token. And then if you control exactly 13 permanents, you may sacrifice the Uprising. When you do, it deals 7 damage to any target. We have an extended art Ethereal Investigator. So for 3 and a blue, you get a creature spirit. It's a 2/3 flying. When it enters the battlefield, investigate X times, where X is the number of opponents you have. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying. We have an extended art Hullbreaker Horror. So for 5 and 2 blue, you get a creature Kraken Horror. It's a 7/8 with flash. It can be countered, and whenever you cast a spell, choose up to 1. Return target spell you don't control to its owner's hand, or return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. We have a Belligerent Guest. Oh, we got a Quincy Harker, which is the Reclusive Taxidermist, as our Dracula card for this pack. Oh, we have a full art Deathcap Glade. So it's a land. When it enters the battlefield, it enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or more other lands, and you can tap to add black or green. Actually, that's a full art. I'll put it here for now. We have a Voldaren Epicure. This is our foil showcase card, and we've got a foil full art extended art Lantern Flare. So for 1 and a white, you get a... Oh, I've already read this. Sorry, I don't know why I'm doing it a second time, but we got a full art of that, and we've got a wolf and a blood token. Next up. Okay, so we've got some foil commons, some foil uncommons, we've got a foil plains. Oh, we've got a foil normal art Olivia Crimson Bride right there, which is really nice. We have Lorraine the Diversion. So for 2 and a regular legendary creature human rogue, it's a 3/3. Partners with Camber the Plunderer. She is first strike, and for 2 and sacrifice an artifact or creature, goad target creature. We have a Howlpack Piper. So for 3 and a green, you get a creature human werewolf. It can't be countered. It's a 2/2. For 1 and green, you may put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. If it's a wolf or werewolf, untap the Piper. Activate only as a sorcery, and it has Dayburn, where it transforms into Wildsong Howler. So when it enters the battlefield or transforms into the Howler, you look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest onto the bottom of your library in a random order, and it has Nightbound. We have a Voldaren Epicure. We've got another Mysterious Blood Illness. Oh, we've got a showcase frame of the Cemetery Gatekeeper. So for 1 and a red, you get a creature vampire. It's a 2/1 first strike. When it's the battlefield, you exile a card from a graveyard. Whenever a player plays a land or casts a spell, if it shares a card type with the exiled card, it deals 2 damage to that player. We have a foil Belligerent Guest. Oh, and we have a foil extended art Storm Carved Coast. It's a land. It's the blue-red land for the set, basically. And we have a spirit and a human token. Alright, that's there. Alright, that's the next pack. Alright, so I'll flip through these commons, flick through the uncommons. Oh, Valorous Stance is a nice reprint as well, by the way. We've got an island, got a foil Howlpack Piper, which we've read before. We have Rhonda Geist Avenger. So for 3 and a white, you get a legendary creature, human soldier. It's a 3/3. Puns with Timon, Youthful Geist. It has vigilance. Whenever a creature an opponent controls becomes tapped, if it isn't being declared as an attacker, put a +1/+1 counter on Rhonda Geist Avenger. We have also a Curse of Hospitality. So for 2 and a red, you get an enchantment or a curse. Enchant player. Creatures attacking enchanted player have trample. And whenever a creature deals combat damage to an enchanted player, that player exiles the top card of their library. Until end of turn, that creature's controller may play that card, and they may spend mana Azorius or mana of any color to cast that spell. We have a Wedding Security in our alternate frame, as we do a Reckless Bloodseeker. Oh, we have Mina Harker. So this is the Thalia version of the Dracula set. So 1 and a white, a legendary creature, human soldier, 2/1 with first strike. Non-creature spells cost 1 more to cast. Just a good old classic Thalia. Who doesn't love classic Thalia? We also have a foil Quincy Harker as well, which is the reclusive taxidermist. And our foil extended art is Wedding Announcement. So for 2 and a white, you get an enchantment. At the beginning of your end step, put an invitation counter on Wedding Announcement. If you're attacked with 2 or more creatures this turn, draw a card. Otherwise, create a 1/1 white human creature token. Then, if Wedding Announcement has 3 or more invitation counters on it, transform it, where it becomes the Wedding Festivities. Creatures you control get +1/+1. We have a vampire and a blood token. And we are up to our very last pack. Alright, so we'll flick through the commons and uncommons. Hero's Downfall. Sad to see Odrick go. Twin Blade Geist. Foil Mountain. Our foil rare is Captivating Vampire. So for 1 and 2 red, you get a creature vampire. It's a 3/3. When it enters the battlefield, gain control of target creature with mana value less than or equal to the number of vampires you control until end of turn. Untap that creature, gains haste until end of turn. We have an extended art Mirage Phalanx. So for 4 and 2 blue, you get a creature, human soldier. It's a 4/4 with Soulbound. As long as it's paired with another creature, each of those creatures have, at the beginning of combat on your turn, create a token that's a copy of this creature, except it has haste and loses Soulbound. Exile it at the end of combat. We also have a Headless Rider in extended art. So for 2 and a black, you get a creature zombie. It's a 3/1. When it or another non-token zombie you control dies, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. We have Falconwrath Celebrants in the Fang artwork, as we do a Blood Crazed Socialite. Our Dracula card is, hey, it's Count Dracula. So for 2 and 2 black, you get a legendary Planeswalker Sauron. This is the Sauron the Mirthless, by the way. Starts with foil loyalty. Look at the top card of your library. You may reveal that card and put it into your hand. If you do, lose life equal to the mana value. -2 to create a 2/3 black vampire creature token with flying and lifelink, and -7 to have it deal 13 damage to any target, and you lose 13 life. So you gain 13 life, sorry, I misread that. We also have a foil Bloodsworn Squire as our foil showcase. We also have a foil extended art Howling Moon as well. We will flip this over to show the token, and that is the last pack for that. Before we go, actually, we have 2 lovely box toppers to open up to finish off the day. Alright. So these will be the Dracula cards, if I remember correctly, unless the showcase frames can also be it. So our first one is, hey, it's Harker's Journal, so it's the Investigator's Journal. So for 2 mana, you get an artifact. Oh, it's a clue itself, which is something I didn't realise. It enters the battlefield with a number of suspect counters on it equal to the greatest number of creatures a player controls. 2 and tap, remove a suspect counter from Investigator's Journal, draw a card. 2 and sacrifice the journal to draw a card. I didn't realise this was actually a clue in itself. That's actually kind of interesting. Our second one is... But yeah, I didn't realise that the journal was its own clue token. Actually, I honestly didn't know that until I just read it just now. Alright, so our second full showcase is... It's the Mysterious Blood Illness, which we've opened a few of. Okay, thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, share, favorite, and subscribe. It lets people know that we exist. You can follow me on Twitter. Links are down below. You can also find us at the Planeswalker Pantheon on Facebook. Links are also down below. Before we go, though, I do have a little gift for you guys as a thank you for staying as long as you did. I have another wonderful pre-release code. There it is right there. I'll keep it up there while I read the code out in case the camera doesn't catch it. 1909 Alpha, Delta Delta Alpha 22, 6 Alpha Echo 53, Beta 517 Echo 085 D1. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.